Hey guys, how's it going? Decided to get back on this project. I don't even think I ever made a video on this. This has been sitting in my shop almost a year. We had a heck of a time finding parts for it. This poor guy, this is a buddy of a buddy's, and was one of them. I've took my saw to a couple different shops. They put a bunch of parts in it. They can't get it to run. So on and so forth, and they, he'd had to buy coils and plugs and carb kits and fuel lines, and they just kept throwing things at it. But what originally happened to this is the bearing. I don't know if you guys can hear that. The bearing went out and took clutch side crank seal out. And that's why the saw wouldn't run. And this seal's not far behind it. So I took it on. I reached out to a couple Dalmar dealers and couldn't get all the parts. I could get a couple here and there, but I couldn't get all the parts. And then felt bad. And the guy's like, well, just leave it there. I'll hunt down the parts. By golly, he did. It took him forever, but he has, I think, every part I need to put this back together. So tonight I finished tearing it down. I gotta get the jug out of here yet, but these come apart kind of weird. This is the first time I ever splitting the case on a little 510. I've ported a couple of these. Unfortunately, there's no port work involved in this. He wants to keep his saw stock, which I don't care. It don't matter to me. These are probably pretty good running little saws anyway, but I just thought you guys would find it interesting or whatever. I like showing you guys what I'm doing. I did have to use my press to get the bearings out of this when I tried the heated up and whack it method, and they Loctited. There's some sort of adhesive or Loctite or something on these things. Even it sounded horrendous getting them out with the press. What's really crazy is I'm hoping it didn't, that bearing didn't lock up and spin. Yeah, it might have, but this bearing, yeah, this bearing come right off. I'm hoping the new bearing's gonna be a little tighter. If not, I'll put some sleeve retainer around that when I put it together, because this side bearing don't do it. So this it was definitely time. So we're gonna rebuild this. But yeah, I tried the knock it out method, and typically I can get them, but I didn't want to. I was hitting harder. This table's pretty bouncy. It's on rubber wheels, so I was hitting harder than I wanted to get them out. So I just used my press. It took me 10 minutes to clean the press off. Tomorrow it'll be plugged back up with more stuff. But yep. So I think I'm gonna call it quits on this tonight. Call it a night, because I got to work in the morning, and then when I get home tomorrow, I can start the process of cleaning all this stuff up. That's the worst of it. It's going to be the cleanup. That's the worst on stuff like this. And this one's extra dirty from being all oily and sitting around in a box for a year, half torn apart. So yep. So that's what I'm up to. This is what I'm gonna be working on next day or so. So I don't know. There's the shop update. You guys take it easy and have a good one.